The calm waters of the Mediterranean Sea turned into a stage of high-stakes tension this week as a fleet of NATO warships confronted a Russian naval vessel in one of the most dramatic maritime encounters of the year. According to military intelligence sources in Europe, the confrontation began when a Russian frigate, believed to be part of the Admiral Grigorovich class, was detected operating unusually close to a NATO training exercise zone southwest of Crete. The vessel reportedly turned off its automatic identification system, raising immediate suspicion among NATO commanders. Within minutes, the alliance responded. A combined NATO task group consisting of British, French, and Italian destroyers and frigates moved swiftly into position. Reconnaissance aircraft and maritime patrol drones from the United States joined in, circling overhead to monitor every maneuver of the Russian ship. Eyewitness footage from the area shows massive NATO warships cutting through the waves, their radar masts rotating and weapons systems active. The formation appeared deliberate and intimidating, a clear show of unity and power. As the Russian vessel held its position, tension spiked when NATO sensors detected the activation of the ship's Steel-1 surface-to-air missile system, a medium-range defense platform capable of targeting both aircraft and incoming missiles. To NATO, this was more than a defensive gesture. It was a message: we are ready if you are. In response, the lead NATO commander reportedly issued a radio transmission, warning, "You are entering a restricted military exercise zone. Turn away immediately or you will be engaged." For several minutes, the situation teetered on the edge of escalation. Helicopters hovered low over the sea, ready to deploy countermeasures. Missile batteries aboard NATO ships were locked and loaded, and the Russian crew could be seen on deck, fully alert. Then, slowly but decisively, the Russian frigate altered its course, steering away from the NATO formation. The moment was captured by drone surveillance, and within hours, the footage spread rapidly across Western media channels. Analysts believe this incident is part of a growing pattern of military brinkmanship between NATO and Russia. Over the past months, Moscow has increased its naval activity in the Mediterranean, particularly near Syria, where Russian forces maintain a permanent base in Tartus. NATO, on the other hand, has intensified its naval patrols and joint training missions in the same waters, signaling that the alliance will not allow Russia to dominate the region unchecked. Experts from the Royal United Services Institute describe this as a psychological battlefield, a war of nerves where both sides test each other's resolve without crossing the line into open conflict. One analyst noted, "This wasn't just a naval encounter, it was a silent conversation of power, each side sending a message through maneuver and presence." Global implications. While no shots were fired, the confrontation has raised alarms among international observers. A single miscalculation in such close encounters could trigger a crisis capable of spiraling into open warfare. The Mediterranean is strategically vital, connecting Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. Whoever controls it controls trade routes, energy access, and military projection across 3 continents. That's why this region has become a hotspot of modern naval competition, second only to the South China Sea. NATO's message to Moscow was loud and clear: "We are watching, we are united, and we will not be intimidated." For Russia, however, this withdrawal does not mean retreat. It may be only a tactical step in a longer strategic game. Observers believe Russian submarines and surveillance aircraft continue to operate covertly in the same area, gathering data on NATO's readiness and formation patterns.